Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I want to show you the 3 local SEO tasks that really matter in 2026. Look, I know there's a lot of studies going on about ranking factors, and the GPP is 32%, reviews are 20%, citations 13%. Relax, please. There's only 3 things that I need you to think about and work on this weekend. I'm going to show it to you in this video. I have some cheap alternatives by using Fiverr, right? So we can try to get some of these things out of the way for a minimal amount of money, and you get the maximum results, right? So watch this. This video is dedicated to Darren Marion. I love you, brother. All right, guys, I hope everybody's doing great. So if this is your first time here, this is the area that I specialize in: Google Maps, Google Business Profile, Google Places, whatever we want to call it, right? It's this area right here. It gets the most clicks. However, the clicks are going down because Google's giving us more options, right? So our phone calls have been decreasing. The percentage has been decreasing, and we need to rank up higher, and we need to rank for more keywords. And that's why you're here, right? So I want to show you something really quick. If we type in just a simple key term like electricians Tampa, let's just use that term for now. Look who's paying and look who's ranking. You'll notice right here, see right on the top where it says sponsored, it says Strata Services, right? But then if you scroll down to the next 3, Aguila, Hoffman, and Groves are all ranking. What do they have in common that Strata doesn't? That's correct. They're using the word electric. If Strata put Strata Electrical Services in their GBP name, they wouldn't have to pay, right? They would probably rank or be very close, right? So the first thing that I'm going to tell you is that the biggest ranking factor is having the service that you provide. Plumber, mover, dentist, electrician, is having that in your name. Now, hold on a second. There are people screaming right now, I'm going to get suspended. What you need to do is you need to get a DBA, doing business as. You don't do this now, right? So you don't do this if your specialty is air conditioning. You certainly don't do this in the summer. You do this in the winter time, right? Where if your listing gets suspended, it won't be as terrible as it happening in the beginning of the summer, right? I've changed many business names, and maybe 1 or 2 got suspended. We got them right back, right? But that's me. I'm just a guy on the internet. I can't tell you what to do. I will tell you that if you do your own study, you're going to notice that people that don't have the service in their name, in their GBP name, they usually don't rank. All right? So number 1 is get a DBA. Get all the paperwork, start getting your electric bill and your gas bill and your car insurance, get it in that DBA. So ABC Plumbing Services, ABC Electrical Services, right? Get a DBA, and let's do that first, because you have to have all the paperwork ready that if, God forbid, you do get suspended, you could send it right in. They may require a video verification. It's really not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but if you don't have your name in the GBP name, it's going to be harder and it's going to cost you more money to rank. So number 1, get your service, the service that you provide, in the GBP name. Guys, I know this could be overwhelming, and I know that some people just don't have the time. If there's anything I could do, please come over to my website. It's mindsaw.com. Just fill out the Let's Talk form. It's right on the homepage, and let me see if I could help you. If I can't help you, maybe I could at least point you in the direction to get you some help, all right? Thanks, guys. So besides changing your title and adding the service inside your title, like we spoke about before, adding electric, plumbing, moving, dentist, right, in your title, nothing moves the needle more than reviews. But it's the pace of the reviews. It's not necessarily the amount of reviews. You could have 4,000 reviews like this fella, Hoffman, and you could get beat by somebody with 468 reviews. And it's really the velocity of reviews, meaning the steadiness of your reviews. One person gets 800 in 1 month, the other person is constantly getting 40 per month, right? And that goes over time, over years of time, constant, slow and steady. So that's what you want to do. Now you may say, hey, it's really tough for me to get reviews. I tell my customers, look, I need reviews, and they don't leave them. I understand. Let me show you what to do. Log into your Google Business profile. See where it says right here, ask for a review? Just click that, and you're going to get a QR code as well as a link. Now, this is where Fiverr comes in. You could go over to Fiverr. You could type in business card design and print. I saw somebody right here. I will design a luxury business card with QR code for gold foil UV spot. Right? So they'll design the card and you just bring it over. You bring the file over you send it over to a printer. You don't have to bring it anymore, right? You send it over to a printer, and then you get this card with the QR code right on it, right? And now you give that to your customer when you finish the job. Listen, this really helps us in regards to getting more jobs. If you like the service, please scan the QR code with your phone. If they don't know how to do it, have the service technician show the person how to do it. But nobody should leave without getting a review, right? No one should leave without getting a review, and you shouldn't have to pay hundreds of dollars for a card. Like I say, come over here to Fiverr, type in business card, design and print. They'll design it for you. You send it over to a printer, go pick up your cards, and they'll send the cards to you, right? But that's where you use Fiverr in this one. Get reviews. Get reviews. You're going to go extinct when this AI thing really kicks off. I'd say probably in the next 90 days, when it really, really kicks off, if you're running around with 10 reviews or 100 reviews, you're going to get lost, right? You're going to get lost. So the second thing we need to do is we need to get reviews. All right, guys, so the next tip is photos, right? It's something that we don't think about, but a recent study says that the more photos you have in your Google business profile, and once again, if you're doing that over time, the better your rankings are. The number appears to be 250. If you have under 250, your rankings appear to be less. When you have over 250, your rankings appear to be more. Now, don't add 250 photos this weekend. Slow and steady, just like your reviews. 15, 20 a week is fine, and you'll catch up. Now, what do you take photos of? You could take photos of your office. You could take, if you're a plumber, definitely take pictures of your tools. Take pictures of any signage or business cards or somebody wearing a shirt, ABC Plumbing, right? You also want to take pictures outside your office, facing your office, and outside showing the street, right? Those are really, really helpful. Now, how does Fiverr come into this? Well, what you could do is you could just get a Fiverr gig where somebody could sort out all those photos, and also they could just alter them a little bit. So if you take a picture just straight on like this, right, that's one. But if I alter the picture just slightly and add some graphics to it, that's two, right? So with 25 pictures, you could turn them into 250 pictures. So once again, you just come over to Fiverr and you just type in graphic design person. I don't need to do that for you, right? Graphic design person. And you have somebody just take your 25 pictures and turn them into 250. Now remember, don't take the 250 pictures and drop them all in this weekend. 10 to 20 per week over time. You want to make sure that your bottom number should be 250, and from there, just keep going, right? You want to add, between 10 and 20 pictures per week into your Google business profile. All right, guys, so you're lucky I can't count because I put out another one. So this one's extra credit. And this one is hours. It's something that we don't think about, but when you think about it, it really makes a lot of sense, right? You go to a restaurant, you're going at 8 o'clock, but they closed at 7, right? But Google said that they were open. They recommended that restaurant, or they recommended that plumbing supply store, or that dentist, that emergency dentist, right? But they're closed. So what Google does now is that if after your hours, if you list your hours, 9 to 5, they're not going to recommend you after 5 p.m. Right? So you have to make sure that your hours are correct. They need to be correct on several places. They need to be correct on your website, in your Google Business Profile, right? Right in here, I'll show you how I get there. Just click Edit Profile. You adjust your hours, are on the bottom here somewhere, right? Right here. Then on your Yelp page and Facebook page, make sure your hours all line up with your website, your Google Business Profile, and your Yelp and Facebook page. Guys, I hope this video helps you. If you could just do these tasks over the weekend, I'm very interested to know if your rankings have improved. Really work on those reviews. That's the thing that's important here. The pictures, make sure your hours are correct. Guys, take care of your family. Be good to your wife. Be good to your kids. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.